Hello there people and welcome to a new video. Today I'll just be going over 100 things considering astronomy that I hate and are annoying. Not much else to say. Let's get started. Jupiter has 79 moons. Why can't it just be 80? The exoplanet naming system is broken. If you go on Google and type in Arida dwarf planet, the Wikipedia page for Eris just comes up. Sedna is actually theorized to be bigger than Ceres, but it's still not a dwarf planet. How? If you go on the Wikipedia page for the Fornax cluster, it says it's inside the Fornax wall, when the Fornax wall is actually super far away, and the Fornax cluster is just inside the Virgo supercluster. Kepler 10c. If you go on the Space Wiki page for Jupiter's moon Thyone, it says it's a moon of Saturn. If Proxima Centauri c exists, then it's most probably bullying Proxima Centauri b. When I say Stephenson 2-18 is the biggest star, people say, oh, what about the quasi-star? First of all, the quasi-star is not one star. It's a type of star. And second, we don't even know if it ever existed. There is so much misinformation floating around about black holes, pun intended, and it sucks. Out of all the moons in the solar system, Neptune's moons are the darkest. Some people still say that we're inside the Virgo cluster when that has been proven false. People are calling Hygeia Pluto number 2. Bro, there are so many other dwarf planet candidates that are more popular and better than Hygeia. Are you kidding me? Betelgeuse becomes slightly dimmer for a few seconds of existence and everybody's up in arms. Planets are dumb and probably don't exist, and if they do, they're probably not that interesting. For the last time, Sedna, Orcus, and Salacia, and Quoar are not dwarf planets, they're dwarf planet candidates. Everybody talks about Saturn's rings, but imagine Saturn without those rings. Yeah, it would be less popular than Uranus. People who say that we're gonna reach the Alpha Centauri system in like 50 years are kinda dumb. Ton 618 is frustratingly big. People who say that we're too focused on space and need to focus on exploring our own planet more are very close-minded. People need to shut up about Pluto already. Half of Jupiter's moons have pronunciations that don't make any sense. Turns out Eris's revolution is actually 551 years, not 556. Sad. What the hell is going to be Planet 9's name if it gets found? All of Uranus's moons have a picture except for Ferdinand. Oumuamua is just an asteroid. Stop pretending it's anything more. Everybody talks about Pluto not being a planet anymore, but nobody talks about Ceres not being a planet anymore. Huh? I know every single one of you that are watching this that are space nerds know the feeling when you see a stupid article saying, asteroid hit Earth maybe 2024, and then you're like, no, and we all know it's not gonna hit, and On a side note, does anybody remember Apophis? Yeah, exactly, nobody cares about him anymore. Neptune's stupid rings, I hate those arcs, why? People are too invested in Mars. I get that Mars is cool, and it's gonna be our first planetary destination, but...
Well, there's not a lot to do on Mars. It's kind of boring there.
Out of all the moons in the solar system, Calypso, one of Saturn's smallest moon and a Trojan moon, is the brightest. Really? Everybody talks about the Kuiper Belt and the Oort cloud, but nobody talks about the scattered disk. I have seen this photo get used so much, from a past Venus to Kepler 22b. Nibiru is extremely stupid. This is pronounced Gunpdima. We need another HD photo of Uranus. We really do. This was kind of humming. Everybody talks about the Galilean moons, but like, nobody talks about Himalaya, Anki, Dia, you know. Speaking of moons, especially Dia, we have so many lost moons that need to be found. The 6th largest asteroid in the asteroid belt is called 52 Europa. So is Jupiter's moon Europa without the 52. Mercury's orbit is elliptical, and it bothers me. I don't know why. There are so many dwarf planet candidates, it's really hard to keep up. I feel bad for Maki Maki because out of all the dwarf planets, the only real thing that's interesting about him is that he's red and has a weird name. Officializing the names of celestial bodies takes way too long, and the International Astronomical Union should really do these things faster because they're probably going to need to, because celestial bodies are going to be discovered much quickly. Mimas' curse won't go away. If you type in moon, the third result is literally Mimas. I can't anymore. Thank you, Neptune, for capturing Mimas so we can't have another dwarf planet. Yeah, very cool. The Fermi paradox. I hate it. Zubineshvili changed its name. They changed the name to Beta Libre, and I would just like to say Zubineshvili is better because it's longer and it's funny. XD. Let's face it, the speed of light is limited and the universe is a closed space that we can never get out of. Wow, that was a lot of pointless rambling about literally nothing, although it was fun to make. Now it's your turn. Give me suggestions, because I have run out of ideas, and when I get 50 of them, and some of them I will most probably come up with myself, then part 2. Yeah.